Hi guys, so successfully we have completed financial accounting. So in that, what is the analysis we have made in the yesterday's class? The same analysis have worked out. So I am going to trust for the corporate accounting, no need of any type of analysis. So straight away fixed questions they will ask in a fixed question numbers. So first of all we can see the analysis ma. So 50% allocated to auditing, 50% allocated to corporate accounts. So as you all know, but how many MCQs they will ask from the corporate accounting ma? 7 MCQs and 4 descriptive questions. So sometimes they will give 8 MCQs also. Okay na, it is purely based upon the luck. Today we are going to start with the MCQ discussion. It will take 2.5 hours like that. Then after we can see the important questions from the respective chapters. So that is the agenda of the today's class. So next, coming to the question number 1. As you all know, MCQ is fully dedicated to question number 1. And question number 2A and 2B, they will ask accounting for shares and accounting for debentures. So we are going to discuss some of the important concepts like buyback, bonus issue, right issue, and next then after redemption of debentures. So we can discuss certain important topics, and when coming to, we are having a underwriters commission. So next, coming to the schedule 3 I am not going to discuss the schedule 3 because recently I have uploaded 2 hours video. That full-fledged 2 hours video is sufficient for the schedule 3 That is the reason I am not going to discuss. If you want, sir, today before 12 o'clock only the section will be completed. So after completion of this section, immediately you can watch what preparation of financial statements, because purely based upon the analysis only we have discussed at that point of time. And next, when coming to the 4A and 4B fixed accounting for banking, electricity and insurance. So first of all, what is the important topic banking they will ask definitely. Out of electricity or insurance, one concept they will ask in the examination. And next, coming to the 5A, a fixed accounting standards they will ask 33 or 19 either 33 or 19 they will ask. And 5B, a fixed of cash flow statements, some of the small questions only, either direct method or indirect method they will ask in this perspective. So this is the total analysis for the upcoming attempt, nothing but tomorrow's examination. So as you all know, first of all we are going to start with the MCQs. So the basics for issue of shares and debentures we are going to see. Can you say the silent features of the company We are going to have silent features. One is a separate legal entity, perpetual existence and common seal, limited liability, unlimited liability limited liability. What is the meaning of limited liability? Only shareholders are liable only up to the payment of share price. Shareholders' personal estate is liable or not liable? Not liable. And the distance between the ownership and the management. So why you are discussing this type of small things means they will ask an MCQ. So see these MCQs then you will get a clarity. Wait a second. So which of the following is or not a characteristic of a company? Which is not a characteristic? Perpetual succession should be there, and existence of independence of a members, and share by company is freely transferable or not freely transferable? It is freely transferable for one person to another person. So which is not a feature? Not a feature is voluntary association of persons, usually a social liftment of what without expectation. This is not at all feature of what not at all feature of a company. Next which of the following is or are important features of a company? All are important features of a company So next one, in India accounting in a company, so guided with not only the accounting companies act we have to follow the company rules and we have to follow the accounting standards also. So all of this we have to follow. When coming to the next one which of the following is not a statutory book? Sir, here some of the statutory books are there. So not a statutory books means that is called as what register of officers. So remember this MCQ because basics we will discuss only in the Basics will not discuss in the accounting point of view. So this MCQ you need to remember. Next one, which of the following is or not a feature of the share having what ma following characters? So it is representing the biggest unit of ownership or small unit of ownership. Ma share means small unit of ownership, but they are saying what ma big unit of ownership. Right or wrong ma? So it is not a feature. So it is a correct one. Next, in the case of dash issue of shares are offered to the existing shareholders of a company without consideration. Which issue ma? Bonus issue. Without consideration we are going to offer the shares to the public. It is called as what ma? Bonus issue. Next, when share is issued at price equal to the face value means issued at par, issued at premium, issued at discount, issued at par. It is called as equal to the face value. Nothing but if the issue price is more than the face value means that is called as issued at premium. If the issue price is less than the face value means that is called as what ma? Less than, that is called as discount we can say. Next one. So when we are going to arrive at the provisions of what ma? Buyback. So after discussing some of the points related to the buyback, we can come to the picture of what ma? MCQs. Okay. So buyback ma. MCQs are going to cover from 8 to 18 MCQs fully full-fledged covering from the buyback. First reason the concept and then we can directly attack what ma? MCQs as well as questions. So according to the buyback, which section is applicable ma? Section 68 according to the buyback of the company said the rules are to be specified. So what are the types of questions they will ask means, since some of the questions they will give directly this many number of shares we are going to buy back. In some of the questions they will give the number of shares buyback, we need to find out. So number of shares brought back given is one of the type of the question, and not given means what ma? Then we have to find out number of shares to be brought back by using how many tests ma? 3 tests will be there. What is the first test? Number 1, shares outstanding test. What is the meaning of shares outstanding test ma? Whatever the equity shares are, preference shares are. Buyback means, so buyback concept is applicable only for the equity shares. Redemption of concept is applicable only for the preference shares. So for example, your total outstanding equity shares is equal to 1 lakh. Out of that, what is the maximum permissible limit you can buy back ma? 25%. That is equal to how much ma? 1 lakh into 25%, that is equal to 25,000 shares we are eligible for the buyback. Guys are understanding my point ma? So next one, resources test. What is the meaning of resources test sir? We have to consider paid up equity share capital plus free resource plus securities premium into how much ma? 25%. Ma, what is our target? We are going to find out number of shares to be brought back, amount ma? Number of shares to be brought back. But if you apply this one, you are going to get only the amount, but we require what ma? Number of shares. That is the reason divided by what ma? Buyback price. In case the buyback price not given means we have to use the nominal value of price only. Non-given means what ma? Nominal value. So next one, post debt equity test. After the buyback, your debt equity ratio must be is equal to how much ma? 2:1. So what are the steps we have to follow sir? Total outstanding liability. What is the meaning of outstanding liabilities ma? Outside liabilities. So equity is a internal liability. Other than equity we used to call it as what ma? Outside liabilities. So first we will take that one divided by what ma? 2. We are going to get some amount. After that what ma? Existing equity share cap. Here the equity means what ma? Equity share capital plus free resource plus securities premium. So then we have to compare what ma? Equity can be brought back is equal to B minus C. Here you are going to get what ma? Amount. So amount divided by what we have to apply ma? Buyback price. You will get number of shares to be brought back. Out of these 3 shares, 3 tests, whichever is lower, whichever is higher, whichever is lower. Sir, you can take this example ma. So see this example, is it visible ma? Okay. From the following information available from the audited balance sheet of TH Limited, very important ma, sometimes they will ask direct question for 7 marks also. Okay. So equity share capital, what ma? Equity share capital is equal to how much ma? 30,000. Nothing but rupees in lakhs ma. Securities premium how much ma? 3,000. And general reserve is equal to how much? 10,000. Secured loans and unsecured loans. What is the meaning of secured and unsecured ma? Nothing but internal liabilities or external liabilities are. External liabilities. Compute the maximum limit up to which the buyback is permitted in the financial statements for in the financial year of what ma? 22-23. What is the step number 1? Outstanding shares outstanding test. How many shares are outstanding ma here? 3 lakh shares. So 3 lakhs into 25%, that is equal to how much ma? 750 lakh shares. That is equal to how much ma? 750 lakh shares. Then after resources test. What is the meaning of resources? Equity share capital, securities premium and free reserves also. If you add up total, how much you are going to get ma? 30,000 plus 3,000 plus 10,000. That is equal to how much ma? 30,000 plus 3,000 plus 10,000. Nothing but 43,000 lakhs into 25% divided by what ma? Buyback price, that is equal to how much? 10 rupees. You are going to get how many number of shares ma? 1075 lakh shares. Next one ma. What is the third test ma? Debt equity proportion. What is the debt ma here? Here debt means only secured or unsecured also na? Unsecured also. What is the total debt you are having? 40,000 plus 22,000. That is equal to how much ma? 62,000 is the debt. So next, after that what we have to apply ma? Divided by 2, that is equal to how much? 31 lakhs. What is your total equity? What is the meaning of total equity ma? Equity share capital, securities premium plus reserves and surplus, that is equal to how much? 43. Ma, after the debt, how much only should be there? Only 31,000 is left it off, that is sufficient. But unfortunately you are having excess amount or lower amount? Excess amount. How much excess you are having ma? 12,000 lakhs is the excess. But this is the amount and number of shares amount. In order to find out the number of shares, what we need to do ma? Divided by buyback price. If you apply means you are going to get how much ma? 1200 lakh shares. Whichever is lower means from the first test how much? 750. From the second test ma? 1075. From the third test ma? 1200. So whichever is lower ma? 750 is the lower. So here answer they have given a wrong thing ma. So here answer is equal to how much? 750 lakh shares only we have to apply. Sir, why you are discussing in a slower manner? We are going to learn the concept as well as what ma? MCQs. The same question they will give and they can ask for how many number of shares we can brought back means what is the answer? 1075 or 750 amma? 750 shares. So this is the overall overview. So next one we are going to see the MCQs ma. So which section is applicable ma? 68. So buyback of a equity shares in a financial year should not exceed, see the following ma, 10% or 25% amma? 25% of aggregate of paid up share capital, free reserves and securities premium also. So based upon this one, which one is the best option ma? B is the best option. Next one. When coming to the CMA, 25% of only paid up share capital are including reserves, including reserves. 25% of aggregate or only equity share capital. 25% of only equity share capital only should be considered. So next one, company may purchase its own shares or other specified securities out of what ma? May purchase its own shares and the means what ma? Just now we have discussed. Free reserves utilized or not utilized? Utilized. Securities premium ma? Yes. Proceeds of issue of any shares? Yes. And proceeds of issue of specified securities. From by way of using all the sources, we can buy back or we cannot buy back ma? Yes, we can buy back. Next one, which section is applicable for the buyback ma? Section 68 of Companies Act 2013 provides that buyback of any kind of shares or other specified securities shall be made out of proceeds of what ma? Earlier issue of a same kind of shares or same kind of other specified securities. Nothing but the time gap between one buyback to another buyback is maximum of how many years ma? 1 year. What they are specifying here ma? Proceeds of earlier issue of a same kind of shares or same kind of other. So we should buy back or we should not do buyback ma. For example, you are going to buy back the equity shares ma. Okay na, having a one voting right. equity shares of having a one voting rights, but you can go for fresh issue, you cannot go for the fresh issue. In order to do the buyback, you can go for the fresh issue, but you should not issue same kind of equity shares. Or if you want, you can issue what preference shares, no problem. That is the thing they are specifying you. For the purpose of calculating the debt equity ratio, which of the following debt is to be considered? Secured, unsecured, or current liabilities, no problem. Whatever it is, secured, unsecured, all the above, all the types of outside liabilities we should consider. Next one, which of the where the company purchase its own shares out of the free reserves or securities premium account, a sum equivalent to the nominal value of shares, so purchase shall be transferred to what for example sir, the nominal value of shares brought back is equal to 10,000. What is the meaning of nominal value face value? Okay, this 10,000 rupees we have to transfer to which account capital redemption reserve. We have to transfer to the capital redemption reserve. A very important MCQ they will ask you. So which amount we have to transfer to the CRR Only the nominal value. Which value Only the nominal value we have to transfer to the CRR account. Next one, no offer of buyback shall be made within a period of what What is the gap between the one buyback to another buyback 1 year. A very very important MCQ. Next one, equity shares amounting to how much 2 lakhs are brought back at a premium of how much 5% by issue of preference shares amounting to how much 1 lakh. Okay, 1 lakh is the amount of rupees at a premium of what 10%. Now we are going to buy back 2 lakh nominal value of shares, but we have issued only how much nominal value of shares we have issued only 1 lakh. So 2 lakh is the capital reduction. Again, how much is the capital appreciation Again 2 lakh is capital reduction and 1 lakh is again appreciation is equal to how much? 1 lakh. How much is the total reduction of capital? 1 lakh. The total reduction of capital we should transfer to the which account CRR account. How much amount we have to transfer? 1 lakh. Sir, see this one in a clear manner. Whether we have given that point or not. See this one amount to be transferred to the capital redemption is equal to face value of equity shares brought back minus what face value of fresh issue of equity shares or preference shares we have to reduce, and remaining amount only we should transfer to the CRR. But if this point is not given in the question, whatever the amount of nominal value you are going to buy back, that nominal value you have to transfer to the which account CRR account. So this is very very important point Okay. So next following is extract of the balance sheet. So equity shares of 10 each, that is equal to how much 10 lakhs. Can you tell me that number of shares the number of total equity shares is equal to how much 10 lakhs divided by how much 10 rupees, that is equal to how much 1 lakh rupees is the number of shares. Securities premium, reserves, P&L account and a bank balance. Non-trading investment is equal to how much 4,20,000. Company brought back 15,000 shares at the rate of what 40 rupees. The transaction in respect of the buyback was financed by way of sale of what 2/3 of a non-investment of rupees how much 5,90,000. Sir, here for the finance, what is the meaning of finance at the time of brought back we have to make the payment to whom? Shareholders. We have to make the payment to whom? Shareholders. For the purpose of making the payment to the shareholders, who we have taken a help of what non-trading investment, but we have gone for the fresh issue. We have not gone for the fresh issue. We have not gone for the fresh issue. But what is our total capital reduction? The total capital reduction is equal to how much 15,000 into nominal value is how much 10 rupees. So 15,000 into 10 rupees, that is equal to how much 1,50,000 is the nominal value reduction increases reduction. Here we have gone for the fresh issue or we are getting a finance from the other way of other ways. That is the reason this amount of 1,50,000 only should be transferred to the which account CRR account. Guys are understanding my point So next one, from the following information available from the audited balance sheet of which limited ma? TH limited. So here also same issue. The maximum limit up to which the buyback is permitted to be finance of 22-23. Already we have discussed this MCQ ma. So next one, the notice of meeting at a special resolution is proposed to be passed related to what ma? Buyback of shares shall be accompanied with an explanatory statement stating as what ma? Full and complete disclosure we have to maintain. Only some information now. Full and complete disclosure we have to maintain. We should not show the partial information. So next one, the balance appearing in the books of a company at the end of the year is equal to CRR is equal to how much ma? 50,000. Securities premium how much ma? 5,000. So maximum. So they are discussing about what ma? Bonus shares. So we have completed the discussion of what ma? Right issue. Ma, if you observe in the right issue, we have first discussed the concept and then we are going to discuss what ma? We have seen the MCQs. In the examination also, MCQ type only they will ask what ma? Questions. Okay na guys. See the bonus issue ma. So how many types of bonus issue will be there? Means two types. Issuing the fully paid up bonus shares. Issuing of fully paid bonus shares and converting the partly paid bonus shares into the fully paid up. So what is the meaning of this one? Means, sir, already we are having 10,000 equity shares. How many equity shares are there ma? 10,000. Now we are going to offer 1:2. What is the meaning of 1:2 ma? For every two shares we are going to give the one share. That means what ma? 10,000 into 1/2, that is equal to how much we are going to get ma? 5,000 bonus shares we are going to get. But consideration, we are going to receive the consideration, we are not going to receive the consideration. We are not going to receive the considerations, but we are going to reduce what ma? Reserves. We are going to reduce what ma? Reserves. Which type of reserves we have to utilize for the purpose of what ma? For the purpose of issue of fully paid up bonus shares, or which type of reserves we have to use for the purpose of issue of what ma? Partly paid up shares converted into fully. What is the meaning of partly paid up shares converted into fully paid ma? For example, we have not called the final call ma. Final call amount is equal to 10 rupees. We are having 10,000 shares. Okay na. So 10,000 into 10, that is equal to how much ma? 1 lakh amount normally we need to receive at the time of what ma? Final call. But now we are not going to receive this 1 lakh. Okay na. Ma, here number of shares will be increases. Here ma, number of shares will not be increases, but the last call amount we are going to receive, we are not going to receive. We are not going to receive. Instead of receipt of final call, we are going to compensate with what ma? Existing reserves. Guys, understand? You will get a clarity. Please wait a second. That means which are the reserves we have to use? Means, see this clarification, very important ma. Normal free reserves are utilized. Which reserves are utilized ma? Free reserves. We are going to utilize for the purpose of conversion of fully paid into partly paid up, or what ma? Conversion of conversion of partly paid up to fully paid up. Fully paid up shares. So we have to use the general reserve or nothing but P&L surplus. These two we used to call it as what ma? Free reserves. We used to call it as what ma? Free reserves. Okay. After this one, we can go for a banking directly. Okay na. So next one what ma? Capital reserve in consideration of what ma? Cash. And securities premium in consideration of what ma? Cash. But when if you observe in the buyback directly, the securities premium we are going to use, we are not going to use the securities premium directly we have used. Okay na guys, are understanding my point ma? Okay. Next one, CRR, capital redemption reserve is utilized only for the purpose of what ma? Issue of fully paid up bonus shares, not utilized for the purpose of what ma? Partly paid converted into the fully paid up. Okay na. So this table we have to remember, easily we can overcome. So what is the main here ma? We should not utilize DRR. What is the meaning of DRR? Debenture redemption reserve will be created at the time of what? At the time of redemption of debentures will be created. So if the question is silent about the SP, what is the meaning of SP ma? Securities premium. So that is realized in cash. If the question is silent about the capital reserve, means that is what ma? Realized or not realized in cash? Not realized in cash means whether we can utilize or we cannot utilize. We cannot utilize. Guys are understanding my point. Okay. That means, see this one ma, what are all the entries we need to pass? For example, we are issuing what ma? Fully paid up bonus shares means, what is the first entry ma? Reserves are going to decrease. Reserve will have which balance ma? Credit balance. If the reserves are decreases means which side we have to transfer? Debit side. So CR, we can utilize the CRR in the case of issue of fully paid up bonus shares, and securities premium in the form of cash, and capital reserve in the form of cash, and free reserves we can utilize whether in the form of cash or not in the form of cash also, to bonus to shareholders. Again what ma? Bonus to shareholders account debited to share capital account. For the conversion of partly paid up to fully paid up, what we need to do ma? Final call first. Okay now, what is the final call? Due entry. Final call account debited to share capital. At the time of receipt of cash, what is the entry? Normally we need to pass cash account debited to share final call, but we are receiving the amount, we are not receiving the amount. We are not receiving the amount, but reserves will be decreases. So that is the reason only we can use what ma? Free reserves, capital reserve, only capital reserve on free reserve. We should not use what ma? Securities premium. Guys are understanding my point. And CRR also eligible or not eligible? Not eligible. Guys, remember the table. Only which reserve we can utilize? Capital reserve on free reserves. We should not utilize the securities premium, and we should not utilize the CRR. Guys, understanding my point ma? Now reserves account debited to directly what we can write? Share final call, but unfortunately due entry they are writing what ma? Bonus to shareholders account debited to share final call account. Guys, understanding my point ma? So next one, what are the steps for solving the question? Means simple ma, identification of number of bonus shares. How many number of bonus shares we are issuing? For example, the existing we are having 1 lakh shares ma, the ratio they have given 2:3. What is the meaning of 2:3 ma? For every 3 shares we are giving what ma? 2 shares. Can you tell me the number of bonus shares ma? So 1 lakh into 2 divided by 3, that is equal to how much? 66,667. So can you tell me the total number of shares ma? 1,66,667. And amount of bonus issue. Amount of bonus issue means what? A nominal value we should consider. Nominal value we should consider, and utilization of reserves and journal entry. A simple concept ma. Guys are understanding? So now we are going to solve what ma? MCQs. Now come to this one more. Which one? Up to where we have completed? 19.1. So the balance appearing in the books of a company at the end of the year, CRR, yes or no na? We can utilize or we cannot utilize. Yes, CRR can be utilized only for the purpose of issue of fully paid up bonus shares, and securities premium, nothing is specified means what ma? Realized in cash. Revaluation reserve, should you consider or we should not consider? We should not consider. And P&L account, which balance ma? Debit balance. Debit balance. P&L account credit balance is called as a profit. P&L account debit balance is called as what ma? Loss. That is the reason which one we should consider and which one we should not consider. Now P&L account we should not consider, and revaluation we should not consider. CRR, securities premium. Can you tell me the maximum available limit? 55,000. Guys, be careful, DR and CR. So next one ma, dash is the amount of share capital that the company is permitted to issue. Okay now, how much amount of share capital we can issue? Maximum authorized share capital. So next one, when the shares are forfeited, then share capital account is debited with. Okay, what is happening ma? So at the time of forfeiture of a share capital account will be debited with what ma? Debited means what ma? Decreasing or increasing? Decreases by what ma? Total called up, only paid up ma? Total called up. Okay na? Very very important MCQ they will ask in the examination. Next one, forfeiture of shares result to what ma? Reduction in paid up share capital. Yes or no, ma? So for future balance, if anything available means we are going to reduce from the total share capital. Guys are understanding my point. So normally for future account will be transferred to which account, ma? Capital reserve. But unfortunately total forfeited shares we are issued means fine. But the total forfeited shares we are not issued means the balance of forfeited shares we have to reduce from what, ma? Paid up share capital. Sir, P&L account credit will should be considered. Yes, P&L account credit should be considered, ma. P&L account debit we should not consider. Why, ma? Because P&L account debit means loss. That is the reason we are not going to consider. Ma, even though that is a loss, you have to show in the reserves and surplus in a negative symbol. Guys are understanding my point, ma? Okay. So then next one, shares can be forfeited for non-payment of call money. Next one, redemption, redeemable preference shares. Ma, redemption of preference shares or buyback of equity shares are both are same concept or different concept? Or same concept. Redeemable preference shares of rupees how much, ma? 1 lakh are redeemed at a premium of how much percentage? 5%. Which purpose? For which purpose? Fresh issue of equity share capital of how much they are issued, ma? 40,000 is issued at par. Can you tell me the face value of redeemed amount? 1 lakh. Can you tell me the face value of fresh issue amount? 40,000. Then which amount we have to transfer to the CRR account, ma? 60,000. Guys are understanding my point, ma? So simple concept. Next, the balance in the securities premium account cannot be utilized for. Cannot be utilized for. Ma, cannot be utilized for the payment of dividend. Ma, securities premium can be utilized for the purpose of return of preliminary expenses, buyback, discounting, and next one what, ma? Issue of bonus shares. Buyback, discounting, and issue of bonus shares we have not at all utilized for the purpose of payment of what, ma? Dividend. So next one, which of the following is not a free reserve? Not a free reserve means what, ma? Revaluation reserve. Okay, general reserve is also a free reserve. Dividend equalization reserve and the revenue reserves are also called as what, ma? Free reserves. Which of the following reserve cannot be used for the purpose of issue of bonus issue? Which reserve we cannot utilize? Revaluation reserve. We can utilize what, ma? Dividend equalization, because free reserve not a free reserve. Free reserves we can utilize. Straight away securities premium we can utilize, and capital reserve also we can utilize only in the form of cash. And CRR utilized or not utilized? Utilize. So next one, which of the following is not considered as what, ma? Buyback of a securities. Both fully and partly paid up securities can be brought back. Oh no, only fully paid up shares can be brought back. Partly paid up shares can be brought back. No. First partly paid up shares we have to convert into what, ma? Fully paid up, and then we have to do the buyback. Guys are understanding my point. Next, which of the following one is a correct? So debenture carrying a fixed rate of dividend. Fixed rate of dividend, fixed rate of interest, fixed rate of interest. Next, a company limited by the shares may issue what, ma? Irredeemable. No, redeemable preference only we have to issue. Okay, now redeemable for the maximum period of what, ma? 20 years. Guys are understanding my point. Next, unmarked applications are those applications that are bear a stamp on the underwriters. Unmarked application are those applications that bear the stamp on the underwriters. Nothing but correct means except the providence of what, ma? Section 54 of companies shall issue what, ma? This. So this one is the correct, ma? Except not according to the section 54. So out of these 4 categories, which one is the best option? C is the best option. At present, the company can issue what, ma? Preference shares at a redeemable of how many years, ma? 20 years. So next one, partly paid up preference shares can be redeemed after making a fully paid up shares. Next one, dash of a Companies Act 2013 prohibits what, ma? Discount means what? Section 54. So here also what is the correct answer, ma? D is the correct answer. What is the correct answer, ma? D. Why, ma? Because accepted the unexpected. Okay. Leave it off. The net profit of forfeiture and reissue of equity shares are transferred to. So the net profit means what, ma? Net profit means profit on forfeiture should be transferred to which account? Capital reserve account. Ma, CRR account at the time of redemption or at the time of buyback, but at the time of forfeiture we have to transfer to the capital reserve account. Next one, which of the following is a Is RRA statutory book of a company? Means all of the above are the statutory book. Next, we are going to complete last two MCQs with respect of first chapter. What is the first chapter, ma? Issue of shares and debenture. That is the reason. Okay, now they are going to ask at least one or two MCQs from this chapter. Sir, only from these MCQs only they are going to ask in the upcoming attempt, because from this MCQ they are giving the MCQs in the MQP. Whatever the MQP they are asking, they are giving in the main answer. Okay. Next one. The total issue size is equal to how much? 2 lakhs. And the underwriter commits how much, ma? 100%. What is the meaning of 100%, ma? If the 2 lakhs are not accepted, means who are going to bear the 2 lakhs amount? Underwriter only is going to bear the 2 lakhs amount. At a commission of how much percentage, ma? 4%. What will be the commission payable if the number of applications received how much, ma? 1 lakh 40. So what is the total issue? 2 lakhs. What is the subscription amount? 1 lakh 40. Even though subscribed by the 1 lakh 40, we have to pay the commission on full value or small value, ma? Full value. So 2 lakhs into what is the total issue price, ma? 12 rupees. Into how much percentage, ma? 4%. So correct answer is 96,000. Here they have given the wrong options. Okay, na guys? Correct answer is how much, ma? 96. Give the paid up share capital is equal to how much? What is the given paid up share capital, ma? 10 lakhs. Free reserves is equal to how much, ma? 2 lakhs. With a maximum amount permissible of a buyback is equal to how much? Sir, maximum amount of permissible buyback is nothing but we are having a formula. What are the three tests, ma? First one, total outstanding number of shares into 25%. When coming to the resources test, ma? Resources, capital plus securities premium plus free reserves. What is the capital, ma? Total 10 lakhs plus what is the free reserves, ma? 2 lakhs. Is there any securities premium, ma? No. 0 into how much percentage? 25%. That is equal to how much, ma? 3 lakhs. So we have completed which chapter MCQs, and we have completed the first chapter MCQs, and we have completed moreover bonus and buyback concepts also we have completed moreover. So directly we are jumping into what, ma? Banking. So directly we can solve certain questions, and then we can come to the what, ma? MCQs point of view. Sir, how many concepts are there in which chapter, ma? Banking. First one is called as recognition of interest income on a loans and advances. What is the meaning of interest income, ma? We have to think in the banking from whose point of view, ma? Bank point of view we have to think. So what is the income we are going to get on the loan? Nothing but we are going to offer the loans to the public. The loans, what is the public is going to pay, ma? Public is going to pay the interest. That is only the income. Based upon what are the things we have to see? Performing asset or non-performing assets. So if it is a performing asset, on which basis, ma? On a accrual basis we have to see. If it is a non-performing asset, on which basis we have to see? On a cash basis we have to consider. So at that point of time, so performing asset on accrual basis and non-performing asset on cash basis. What is the meaning of performing asset, ma? Performing means can be outstanding up to how many days, ma? 90 days. If it is more than 90 days, means that is called as what, ma? No, that is called as performing or non-performing, ma? Non-performing asset. See this one, ma? The same question they are asking n number of times. There is a performing asset. We have to recognize that which value? Interest earned, interest received. Interest earned. Okay, now if it is a non-performing asset, means we have to recognize on which basis, ma? Interest earned, interest received. Interest received. So total term loan is equal to how much, ma? 100 plus 20. For the purpose of cash credit is equal to how much, ma? 200 plus 60. For the purpose of bills purchased and discount, how much amount, ma? 300 plus 90. Like this we have to see. So then you are going to get the total amount of income. Guys are understanding my point? Okay, next one. So rebate on bill discounting. What is the next concept, ma? Rebate on bill discounting. In the MQP they asked about this concept only. Rebate on bill discounting. Sir, what is the meaning of rebate on bill discounting? A simple example we can see. Sir, on 1st July 2023, a RAM customer of which bank, ma? HDFC Bank discounted the bill of exchange of rupees how much? 8 lakh rupees at the rate of 12% of discount for a period of how many months, ma? 5 months. Okay, 5 months, ma? What is the date? 1st July 2023. Ma, 1st July 2023 to 5 months means what, ma? 30th November 2023. 30th November 2023. What is the due date, ma? 31st March 2024. So here making the entries of books of HDFC Bank for the year ended 31st March 2024. Whether both the due date and the issue of bill of exchange are falling on same year or different years? Same year. Okay, now here we are preparing on which year balance sheet on 31st March, but the due date comes under between preceding preparation of balance sheet data, succeeding preceding. So that means now what is happening so this is the moreover concept. So on the due date 30th November, amount collected from Lakshman is equal to how much 8 lakh rupees. So this is the normal concept. So next, what is the journal entries are here? Means normally bills purchased and discount account debited to what customer amount to discount earned. So discount how many months discount 5 months. What is the total amount of bills? 8 lakhs. What is the rate 12%. So what is the total discount we are going to earn? 40,000. So bills purchased and discount account debited to customer are nothing but we can write here what cash or bank also. We can write here what cash or bank. Next, cash account debited to what bills purchased and discounted account, and discount then should be transferred to which account P&L. Normally these are the entries from whose point of view? Bank point of view. Okay na? Till now we have discussed from whose point of view in the financial accounting. We have discussed it from the bills drawn fellow point of view. But here like this. See the example number 2. What is happening in the example number 2? A very very important What is the date of bill drawn? 1/12/2021. A customer discounted the bills for rupees how much 10 lakhs. So with the IDFC Bank for a period of what 6 months at the rate of 12% discount. Okay, making the entry for the year ended on 31st March 2022 and opening entries of the next year. Now what is the how many months they have given a month 6 months Okay, can you tell me the bill drawn date 1st December 2021. 1st December 2021. Here to 6 months means what is the due date 4th March. That means after the preparation of balance sheet is the due data, or before the preparation of balance sheet after the preparation of the balance sheet is called as a due date. Now we are going to get what? Some of the discount income falls on current year, some of the discount income falls on next year. Guys are understanding now. So we have to find out first of all what is the total amount of discount simple 10 lakhs into 12% into 6/12. Can you tell me the total interest 60,000. 60,000. But out of the 60,000 for how many months? 6 months into 4 months divided by 6 months, that is equal to how much? 40,000. 40,000 comes under current year. Remaining 20,000 comes under the next year. Guys are understanding my point. So here this year belongs to 40,000 and this year belongs to how much 20,000. That means can you tell me the first entry bills purchased and discount account debit how much 10 lakhs to customer account 9 lakh 40 and to discount earned is equal to how much 60. Even though total discount earned is equal to 60,000, so what is happening discount earned account debit 60, but how much amount only transfer into P&L account? Only 40,000 we are transferring to P&L account, and this remaining portion of 20,000 is called as what rebate on bill discounting. And next, this rebate on bill discount account debited to what discount earned account, that is equal to how much 20,000. Guys are understanding my point. When going to the next year, immediately we have to reverse this entry. What is the reversal of this entry discount earned account debited to rebate on bill discount account. Discount earned account debited to what rebate on discount. This one only the reversal. Sorry, this one only the reversal. What is the reversal entry? Rebate on bill discount account debited to discount end. So this is the year end entry we have to pass like this. Guys are understanding my point. Okay, now the provisions, the very very important concept. Okay, now I am going to summarize at last of the banking. So first we have discussed about what performing asset and non-performing asset. Now on that performing and non-performing assets, we are going to create what provisions. Okay, now generally we will create the provisions on assets, debtors like that. Okay, now all these persons are what debtors only. Now that performing asset and the non-performing assets were classified into the four types: standard assets, substandard assets, doubtful and loss assets. What is the meaning of standard ma? Standard means nothing but performing asset and non-performing asset. A performing asset only is called as a standard. So that is the reason small provisions they will create a big amount of provisions are small. If it is related to the agriculture and SME, that is equal to how much percentage ma? 0.25. Commercial real estate how much ma? 0.75. And other than commercial real estate is equal to how much ma? 1%. So next one, restricted loan, nothing but reconstructed loan is equal to how much? 5%, and other loan is equal to what ma? 4%. So what we are creating ma? Now we are creating the provision for the performing and non-performing. Performing is also called as what ma? Standard or substandard? Standard. Can you tell me the normal rate ma? Normal rate is 0.4%. For the purpose of agriculture and SME, how much ma? 0.25. 0.75 for commercial real estate, and non-commercial real estate how much? 1%. Reconstructed how much? 5%. When coming to the substandard, what is the meaning of substandard ma? It is a period of default exceeding what? 90 days till the what ma? Maximum of 12 months. Maximum of from 90 days to 12 months or what ma? From the 90 days to 12 months is called as substandard. If it is substandard, secured means how much? 15%. Unsecured means how much ma? 25%. From coming to the doubtful ma? Doubtful means which stage to which stage? After 12 months to 2 years. After 12 months to 2 years. Nothing but up to 1 year, 1 to 3, and then what ma? More than 3 years, not a month. More than what ma? 3 years. 25, 40 and 100 for the secured. Unsecured is total is equal to how much ma? 100%. If it is more than 3 years means whether it is secured or unsecured, how much percentage we have to follow? 100% only we have to follow. So these three concepts are very important from the banking perspective. Now we can solve the questions on that from that. Okay, we are opening a MQ piece. Sir, see this MCQ whether we have discussed or we have not discussed. So bonus issue. Equity shares amounts to how much ma? 2 lakhs. 1 lakh issued. The remaining how much we have transferred to the CRR account? 1 lakh. The same MCQs are repeating or what ma? Same MCQs are repeating. Okay. Question number 4 ma. See this one ma, rebate on bill discounted. Can you tell me the opening balance of rebate on bill discount ma? 28,000. Ma, rebate on bill discount is generally is called as income or expenses. Generally it is a income, nothing but we used to call it as asset or liability. We used to call it as asset. So we have to open which account ma? Rebate on bill discounted. So we have to find out related to which year? Current year. Okay na? The opening balance is equal to how much? 28,000. So the following bills have been discounted during the year. So 65,000 bill, what is the percentage ma? 13%. What is the due date? Due date falls upon 14/6/2025. Can you tell me what is our current year ma? 1/4/2024 is the starting point. 1/4/2024 is the starting point. Can you tell me the year end ma? 31st March 2025. But it is after the preparation of balance sheet. Before the preparation of balance sheet, this due date falls upon after the preparation of balance sheet. This one ma? After preparation. This one also after preparation. Can you tell me the days? Sir, 14/6 means how many days? How many days? April, how many days? 30. And May, 31. And June, how much? 75. Here ma? April 30, May 31, June 30 plus 19. 110. Here ma? 132. Here what ma? 132. So we have to calculate. This is the 13%. Okay. What is the amount of the bill ma? 65. 65 into 13% into 75 divided by 365. That is equal to how much? 1736. Here what is the calculation ma? 1,50,000 into 15% into 110 divided by 365. 6781. Moreover it is round off to 81. Then after you are going to get how much ma? So 18,661. What is the total rebate on bill discount? 27,178. This is the closing balance. This is what ma? Closing balance. We have to reduce from the interest ended. We have to reduce from what ma? Interest. Now what you need to do? What is the total amount of discount received? 1,02,000. So we have to add back 20,000 to this one. Yes or no? What is our opening entry? Rebate on bill discount account debited to interest, nothing but discount earned. So that is the reason this one plus this one minus what ma? Minus the total of this one. What is the total of this one? 27,168. So then you are going to get a whatever the amount should be transferred to which account ma? P&L account. Guys are understanding what? So 1,02,000 plus 28,000 minus 27,178. The remaining amount of 1,02,822 we should transfer to which account ma? We should transfer to the P&L account. Now this balance will be transferred to which year? Next year. Guys, can you tell me the opening entry ma? Nothing but interest on discount account debited to what ma? Rebate of bill discount is equal to how much? 27,178. 27,178. You have to remember the format. You have to remember what ma? So what is the step number 1? Calculation of rebate of bill discount. What is the step number 2? Calculation of amount of discount to be transferred to which account? P&L account. And then they have shown what ma? Journal entries. Guys are understanding my point ma? Okay. Now we can see the another one. See this one ma. Now we have to decide the provision amount. Yes or no ma? From the following information, details of advance of X Bank Limited, calculate the amount of provision to be maintained in the P&L account. Ma, for the standard, nothing is specified. Standard means how much percentage ma? 0.4 percentage. Next one substandard. Substandard, so secured directly, that is equal to how much ma? 15 percentage. So next one 1 year ma? 1 year secured. 1 year what ma? Secured, that is equal to how much? 25 percentage. So 2 years 40 percentage. Here also 40 percentage. So more than 3 years means 100 percentage. Loss assets also how much ma? 100 percentage. So these are the provisions we need to maintain. See here ma. So what are the columns ma? Asset classification, amount, and provision percentage and amount of provision. So 0.4, 15, 25, 40, 40, 100 and 100. A simple calculation we can complete easily. So what are the 3 models we have discussed here? We have discussed about the performing and non-performing recognition of interest, and next we have discussed about the rebate of bill discount, and next we have discussed about the percentage of provisions to be calculated. So the same sequence ma, whatever the discussion we have made in the previous class, so today also same. That means what? Out of these 2 models, 1 question they will ask in the examination. Guys, okay na? Shall I move forward? So till now we have completed what ma? Banking. Sufficient or not sufficient? Sufficient ma. So next we are going to see the insurance. So sometimes they will ask about the CRR and the SLR ma. What is the CRR ma? CRR means every scheduled bank should required to maintain 4% of its total deposits as a CRR with RBI. What is the meaning of SLR ma? Every scheduled bank required to maintain 18% of its total deposits of statutory liquid ratio. Statutory liquid ratio. So this one is not relevant for you. Next one, when coming to the insurance, what is the main important models of the insurance? Means simple ma, they will give one fund. They will give what ma? Fund. Out of that fund, how much amount we have to transfer to the fund holders? That is the one concept. Okay na? So I will show you, no problem. Can you tell me the page number? One 41. Sir, this is the main important question ma. So many times they are asking this one. Calculation of correct fund account. Calculation of what ma? Correct fund amount. A simple one. So the revenue account of a life insurance company showing the life assurance fund on 31st March 2023 is at rupees how much ma? 62,21,310 before taking into the account of following items. So claims covered under what ma? Reinsurance. Sir, here can you tell me the amounts? 12,000, 4,500, 8260, 5410. Sir, claims covered under what ma? Reinsurance. Sir, claim means we have to pay na, no need to pay na. Claim means we have to pay. That is the reason what we need to do. We have to do the reduction. So next one ma. Bonus utilized in reduction of life insurance. Sir, bonus utilized in the reduction of life insurance means automatically fund value increases or decreases? Decreases. Next one, interest accrued on securities. Interest accrued means what ma? Receivable. Nothing but add a minus sum ma. Add outstanding premium. What is the meaning of premium ma? Income. Outstanding premium means receivable or payable? Receivable. Next one, claim intimated but not admitted. Nothing but IBNR. Whatever the IBNR also claim, we need to pay na, no need to pay na. We have to pay. But coming to this discussion, sir, here interest on securities okay, premium outstanding also okay. Next one what ma? Claims outstanding cover under reinsurance. Bonus in reduction of premium. Sometimes they are giving this bonus in reduction of premium in the add things also. Bonus in reduction of premium, sometimes they are giving on what ma? Add things also, but correct one is this one only. Correct one only this one. So we have to do the each item how many times? Adjustment. Only one time. So you can clearly understand. So what is the answer ma? 62,21,310 plus 8,260 plus 5,410 minus 12,000 minus 4,500 and minus 26,500. How much ma? 62,15,980. Guys are getting my point. So next one, valuation balance sheet. What is the next one ma? Valuation. The main models what they are asking I am going to complete straight away. So what is the meaning of valuation balance sheet? Means they will give life insurance fund amount ma. What is the life insurance fund amount? 34 lakhs. Okay. Then after, what is the net liabilities? Nothing but of insurance 34 lakh on 31st March 2023. It's a actual valuation on 31st March 2023. Disclosed the net liability is equal to how much? 28 lakh 80,000. Sir, net liability means liability is more, which one is the more ma? Liability is more. Net liability means what ma? Liabilities are more. That is the reason we are recording on which side ma? Liability side. And next one, 5 lakh 20,000. What is the meaning of this 5 lakh 20? Okay, the balancing figure. Nothing but what ma? The balancing figure is called as what? 5 lakh 20,000. And next, profit on valuation of balance sheet is equal to how much? 5 lakh 20,000. And then after what we need to add back ma? Interim bonus paid during the previous 2 years. What is the interim bonus paid during the previous 2 years ma? 40. Sir, interim bonus paid means what is happening? Inflows or outflows ma? There is one of the statement ma, in that interim bonus paid means already fund value reduced or not reduced? Reduced. That is the reason what we are going to do. We are going to add back once again. That is the reason 40,000 we are going to do. What is the total value of fund ma now? 5 lakh 60,000. Out of this 5 lakh 60,000 we have to distribute the distribution of profits. So what is the net profit? Once again 5 lakh 60,000 less amount proposed to what ma? Carry forward. So what is the amount proposed to carry forward? 1 lakh 10,000. That should be separate. That should be what ma? City said. Okay, that means, so see this one ma. So here we are going to find out what ma? What is the actual fund amount? What is the actual fund? Sir, they have given the life insurance fund is equal to how much? Is equal to 34 lakhs. And what is the net liabilities ma? 28 lakhs 80,000. We are going to get what? Totally 5 lakh 20,000 is called as net profits. Net profits we have to distribute to which people ma? Shareholders and the policy holders. Both the people, they will share what ma? Each other. Okay, out of this 5 lakh 20,000 already how much amount we have transferred to the interim bonus ma? 40,000 we already given to whom? Fund holders. We are already given to whom? Fund holders. That is the reason we are going to add back this one once again. Now we are going to get the correct profit. Now we are going to get what ma? Correct. Out of these profits, how much amount of reserve we are going to maintain? 1 lakh 10,000. That is equal to how much ma? 4 lakh 50,000 only the remaining amount. 4 lakh 50,000 only the remaining amount. So out of this one, 95% will be taken by whom? Policy holder. That is equal to how much? 4,27,400. So that is equal to how much we are getting? 40 minus. Okay, out of this 40,000 already we have paid what ma? Interim dividend paid na. So 4,27,400 minus interim dividend paid, that is equal to how much ma? 3,87,400. 500 is amount due to whom ma? Policy holder. So that is equal to 5% on 4 lakh 50. 4 lakh 50, 95% will be taken by the policy holder and remaining 5% will be taken by the shareholder, guys. Okay, interim bonus already we have paid to whom? Policy holders. Policy holder. That is the reason I am reducing the amount from there itself. Okay na? So shall I repeat once again, or are you getting the point or not? Ma, we are going to find out the correct profit. Fund minus what ma? Net liabilities. We are going to get the profit. Already we have given how much amount to the policy holders? 40,000. We are going to add back. We are going to get the total income. From this total income, we are going to reduce how much ma? 5,60,000. Sorry, 5,60,000 minus 1,10,000. That is equal to how much? Out of this 4,50,000, 95,000 to the policy holder and 5,000 to the shareholder. Okay, 95,000 directly, that is equal to how much ma? 4,25,000, 27,500 we have to give to whom? Policy holder. But out of how much already we have given? 40,000. Remaining amount only we are transferring. So this 4,50,000 into 5%, that is equal to how much ma? That is equal to 22,500 we have to given to whom ma? Shareholders. Policy holder and shareholders. Guys, are you getting my point or not? So this is the ultimate discussion about what ma? Insurance claims. Okay, and some of the situations they will give these type of questions. Wait a second. So this one ma, from the following figures, what we need to prepare? Appearing in the books of fire insurance division of a what ma general insurance company, showing what ma amount of claim has to be appearing in the revenue account. Has to be appearing what ma revenue account. Ma simple ma. So their claim means what? Claim means what we need to pay na or what we need to receive. Claim means what we need to pay. Next one, this is also claim. So claim paid during the year is equal to how much? 46,70,000. Direct means what ma? Direct means we are doing the direct business. Indirect means what ma? So from the indirect point of view, claim is received. From the indirect point of view, claim is what ma? Received. So always what we need to do? Claim amount, add back opening and minus closing. So here also add back opening minus closing. That is equal to how much amount we have got? 46 lakh. Okay, here they will give the clear explanation ma. So how much we have got ma? 46 lakh 70,000 is the 46 lakh 70,000 you have got a question. Okay, 46 lakh 70,000. We have to make the adjustment nara. So we need to make the adjustment now. So okay, leave it off. We can explain here, no problem, clearly. So direct business is there. How much amount we are going to? This one direct business means the claim which we are going to pay na receive claim which we are going to pay. Here reinsurance also claim which we are going to pay. So 46 lakh 70,000. We are having the opening balance of claim payable. What we need to do ma? Add, and we are having the closing balance of claim payable. What we need to do ma? Minus. How much you are getting here? 46 lakh 70,000 plus 7,63,000 minus 8,12,000, that is equal to how much? 46,21,000. That is only the answer. So here also do the same thing ma. Reinsurance also. What is the amount? 77 lakh. Okay, 7 lakh plus 87,000 minus 53,000. That is equal to how much? 7,34 plus preceding how much amount you have got? 36 lakh. 46 lakh 21,000. That is equal to how much? 53 lakh 55,000. Total amount what we need to pay. Total amount what we need to pay. And what is the amount of receivable? See here. So 2,30,000 plus receivable at the beginning and minus what ma? Payable receivable at the ending. How much you have got? 1 lakh. So 1,83,000 plus or minus summa? Minus. Plus or minus summa? Minus. Because this both we are paying. This both we are paying. This one we are receiving. That is the reason what ma? This one plus this one minus what ma? This one. Can you tell me the total value? 51 lakh. So out of 51 lakh 72,000, so expenses of the management is there. Yes or no? So we have to reduce ma. Out of this expenses of manager, which one we have to reduce? Only 35,000 and only 45,000. Can you tell me the total amount ma? 50 lakh, 50 lakh. After reduction you are saying, after reduction 50 lakh, 92,000 is the total amount of claim amount. Is the total amount of claim amount. They have shown a different manner, I don't know. So they are saying 7 lakh 84. I think answer is wrong. I think what ma answer. Are you getting the point? We have solved. So no problem. So that is the one of the important model. Once again, Seema, here we are having once again what? Calculation of correct fund amounts. So see this question also. The RV and Axis Life Insurance Company Limited prepared its revenue account for the year of what ma 31st March 2023 to ascertain the life insurance fund. What is the value ma? 66,70,000. It was found later on that the following has been omitted. So interest accrued on investments, how much ma? 78,000. Receivable or payable? Receivable. So next, an income tax liability to be reducing the estimated to how much ma? 21. So income tax liability means what we need to pay now, what we need to receive, what we need to pay. And next, outstanding premium. Premium means receipt or payment, receipt. So outstanding premium means receivable or payable, receivable. Next, bonus utilized in reduction of premium, minus. Bonus utilized in reduction of premium means what ma? Minus. Claim intimated but not yet admitted. What ma? Claim amount we need to pay, that means minus. And claims covered under what ma? Reinsurance. Claims covered under reinsurance means we have to receive or we have to pay na? We have to receive. Okay na? Direct receive. So we have to add back. How much we are going to get ma? 67 lakh 51. But unfortunately this fellow what he has done ma? Bonus utilized under reduction 2 times they have given. But we have to do only what ma? Reduce. We should not do the add back. So this is how we have completed the insurance also. Guys are understanding my point. Banking completed, insurance completed. Next we are going to enter into what ma? Electricity. Okay na? Electricity 4 models are there. We can try and complete there itself. First one about what? Security deposit. Ma security deposit, the amount we need to find out. Sometimes they will give the amount of we need to find out. We need to find out. So this formula is utilized ma. Load into load factor of the category in which the customer falls into what ma? Billing cycle plus 45 days into current tariff. We need to remember or no need to remember? No need to remember. By your seeing this one we can easily overcome. So load ma, what is the load sanctioned amount ma? 50 watts. Next load factor we have to multiply with this one. So next one what? Into again what ma? Billing cycle is equal to 30 days plus 45. So 30 plus 45 into 6. So straight away 50 into 2.5 again 30 plus 45 into what ma? 6. So total overall multiplication of plus total overall multiplication. For days we have to add back how many days? 45 days. So if you compute this one you are going to get how much ma? 56,250 rupees is the total amount of advance we have to pay. So nothing but security deposit. So accounting treatment of security deposit ma. Collection of security deposit. We have to think from whose point of view? Electricity department point of view. We are going to receive the security deposit. Cash or bank account debited to security deposit. On that we need to pay what ma? Interest. We need to pay na or what? We need to pay because we have received the amount. So interest on security deposit account debited to interest accrued on security deposits. So this interest accrued will be set off against what ma? Sales. Nothing but while paying the amount we are going to set off. Guys are understanding? The remaining amount only we are going to receive from the customer. Guys are understanding me? So can you tell me the entry ma? What is the first entry? Cash or bank account debited to security deposit. Then after we need to pay the interest. So interest is an expenses for us. So interest on security deposit account debited to interest accrued. Nothing but outstanding interest or what? Outstanding interest. Nothing but what ma? Next, outstanding interest account debited to sales account. Okay now, actually the bill amount have to paid by the customer is equal to 10,000. Okay now, but in the form of interest we need to receive 1,000. That means how much amount only we are going to receive from the customer? 9,000. That means can you tell me the entry ma? Cash or bank account debit 9,000, outstanding interest account debit 1,000, to what ma? To sales turnover account 10,000. That is the way of presentation of interest. Next one about what? Cost of capital. So here the cost of capital means what ma? Debt and equity. So on the debt we need to pay the interest, on the equity we need to pay the dividend. Here the what is the proportion ma? 70:30. So debt equity ratio is equal to 70:30. Now we need to net it to the what ma? Calculation of return on equity. So what are the steps we need to follow? Very important ma. We are going to solve the important question. See here, first we will take the opening equity. First we will take what ma? Gross opening equity. On that we have to apply how much percentage ma? 30%. If the given cost on equity means directly we will take that one. But they are giving the cost on equity, they will give the equity. They will give the equity. If you apply the 30%, you are going to get what ma? Cost of capital. From the cost of capital, adjusting what ma? Opening, and adjusting what ma? Adjusting of opening equity and adjusting during the year of what ma? Net opening. Opening means we have to reduce, closing means we have to add back. So then you are going to get what ma? Capital A. You are going to get what ma? Capital A. Next, increases ma. Increases means add, decreases means minus. Decreases means minus, increases means add. You are going to get what ma? Capital B. So capital A plus capital B divided by 2, that is called as what ma? Average equity. So next you are going to get what ma? Rate of equity. What is the rate of equity? On this amount we have to apply what ma? Rate. You are going to get what ma? Total rate of equity, total return on equity you are going to get. So like that you are not going to estimate, you are going to solve certain question, then only you are going to get a clarity. Electricity. See this question ma. First one, date of commercial operation is equal to what ma? 1st April 2023. So forgot about the 9 ma. 1st April 2023. Approved opening capital is equal to how much ma? 15 lakhs. Additional capital expenses allowed for every year how much? 1 lakh, 1 lakh, 1 lakh, like that. So now can you tell me the first year ma? So opening, so nothing but 15 lakhs into how much percentage ma? 30%, that is equal to how much? 4,50,000. And first year ending how much ma? 30,000. So 4,50,000 plus 10, 80. 4,50,000. Okay. Sorry guys, what is happening means, what is the total amount of opening capital ma? Opening capital is equal to 15 lakh. Additional capital expenses is equal to how much? 1 lakh. So 15 plus 1, how much? Sir, 15 lakh into 30% if you apply means how much you are going to get? 4,50,000. That is the gross opening capital. So increase and decrease na. So here additional means increasing or decreasing? Increasing. We have to add back or we have to reduce? Add back. First year how much it is increasing? 1 lakh. So how much it will become? 4 lakh and there is no adjustments ma, straight away this is what ma, 4 lakhs. So add back increase in equity, how much ma, additional during the first year, how much it is increasing, 1 lakh into 30%, that is equal to how much ma, 30,000. You are going to get closing how much, 4 lakh 80. Again this will be the opening, and again 30,000 into 30%, that is equal to how much ma, 9,000. So you are going to get the closing how much ma, 4 lakh 89,000. Again this will be the opening, and again how much you need to add, 20,000 into 30%, 20,000 into 30%. So after adding of that one, 4 lakh 95,000, again this will be the opening. And what is the last year adding ma, 10,000 into 30%, that is equal to 3,000. What is the total amount ma, 4 lakh 98,000. So these are called it as what ma, closing capital, and this is called as what ma, opening capital. Closing plus opening plus closing divided by 2, that is equal to how much ma, average, that is equal to how much, 4 lakh 68. What is the rate of return of equity they have given, 15.5%. You have to apply like that, you are going to get how much ma, these are the values. Guys are understanding the point? So here total overall equity only they are given, so 15 lakh into 30%. Again first year increases from how much ma, 1 lakh equity increases into how much percentage, 30, because equity is equal to 30% and the debt is equal to how much ma, 70%. That is the basic rule we are following. Okay na? So definitely this is very important for the upcoming item. So next one ma, next one about what ma, they will give the working capital. Working capital means we have to add back total cost. You have to add back what ma, total. What is the first one, 2,000 per year. Second one ma, cost of secondary fuel oil, how much ma, 200 every year up to second year, up to second year. From there onwards what ma, 300. So each year what ma, 2,000 2,000 2,000 2,000, and then after 200 for up to how many years, 2 years. Thereafter how much ma, 300. What are the information they are given, you can write that information, fine. Okay, then after O and M. O and M means what ma, maintenance or other maintenance expense is equal to how much ma, 250 up to 2 years, and thereafter what ma, 350 up to 3 to 5 years. And maintenance pays 100 per annum, that means there is no change ma. So straight away 100 we have to take. Then after what ma, receivables is equal to 1800 per annum, so 1800 and 1800. You are going to get what ma, total working capital. On that what is the percentage you need to apply, 12%. That's all, this is the sufficient. Next at last discussion what ma, depreciation. What is the last discussion ma, depreciation rates, you can remember. Okay ma, for the remembering of depreciation we made a chart. Okay, you can try and remember what ma, depreciation rates. So depreciation shall not be calculated on capital cost of assets. These are the nothing required ma, normal. But what is the weighted average ma, total amount of depreciation of all assets divided by what ma, total capital cost of all the assets minus what, land, minus what ma, land. On the land depreciation will be there or will not be there, will not be there. That is the reason here we have to reduce what ma, land into 100 you have to apply. You are going to get what ma, overall depreciation rate. Okay na guys, so depreciation rates and try and remember. So that is the reason we are going to complete banking, insurance and electricity. Okay, schedule 3 you have to refer from that one, that video. Okay, I will give the link of that one ma, no problem. 850. We can see certain MCQs. Okay, next we can discuss about the cash flow statement. We can discuss about what ma, cash flow and some standards we can discuss and we can close. So you have to prepare the first first chapter questions and schedule 3, that is the sufficient for the tomorrow's examination. So first one, cash received on disposal of shares. Ma cash received on disposal of shares means you are going to sell the shares, you are going to purchase, issue the shares, you are going to sell. When you will sell, ma, when you purchase it, then only you can sell. That means investment account, investment activity, which activity, ma? Investment activity. The main difference in the direct and indirect method is to be calculated what, ma? Operating activity, because investing and financing activities are same or different? Same. So next one, which is an objectives of preparation of what, ma? Cash flow statement is all the objectives of the cash flow statement. When the company repurchase its own shares, means we have to pay na, no need to pay na, nothing but buyback of shares, ma. At the time of buyback of shares, we need to pay the amount to the shareholders. Outflows or inflows, ma? Outflows. Next one, a cash flow statement begins with operating activity. Next, which of the following item is not considered as cash equivalent? Nothing but commercial paper. Remaining all the things are cash and ma. Commercial paper means nothing but this is an debt instrument issued by the most of the companies, but a short term or long term means short term only. Even though that is a short term debt instrument also, we are considering it cash and cash equivalent or not considering, not, because not less than 3 months, it is more than 3 months and less than 12 months. That is the reason commercial paper is not a cash and cash equivalent. Next, which of the following is example of non-cash expenses? Obviously what, ma? Depreciation. If net operating profit is equal to how much, ma? 90,000, and debtor has decreased by how much, ma? 20. Ma, why the debtor will decrease? Can you specify? Because we are going to receive the amount from the debtor, then only debtor value decreases. That means inflows or outflows, ma? Inflows. Now obviously what is your total amount, ma? Operating profit of 10,000 plus amount received how much? 20,000. What is the total amount of cash from operations, ma? 1,10,000. Guys are understanding my point, ma? So next one. So increase of bills receivable of 30,000 result 2. My increase of bills receivable means automatically asset increases means there is no inflow. Asset increases means what, ma? There is no. So decrease in the cash or what, ma? Decrease in the cash. Asset decreases means increase in the cash. Asset increases means decrease in the cash. Remember like that. Next, marketable securities are treated as dash in the cash flows. Marketable securities are called as cash and cash equivalents. An example of cash flow in a financial activity. So payment of dividend is a financing activity because we are going to take the loan in the form of equity. So receipt of dividend, when you will receive the dividend, ma? Investing activity. So next one, cash received from the customer, operating activity. Purchase of fixed asset, investing activity. What is the financing activity, ma? A option. Which of the following is a source of cash? What is the meaning of source of cash, ma? Here cash deposited and cash withdrawn means nothing but what? Contra entries. Contra entries is no, there is no inflow, there is no outflow. That is the reason. What is the source, ma? Here only sale of goods at cost is called as what, ma? Source of income. Depreciation is not at all a non-cash expenditure. We are not going to consider. So next one, ma? Interest on long-term borrowing. Long-term borrowing interest means what? Financing or investing, ma? Financing. A company received a dividend of rupees how much, ma? 1 lakh on its investment in other company shares. So in the case of finance company, in the case of what, ma? Finance. What is the meaning of finance company? They will regularly purchase the shares and they will regularly sell the shares. That is called as operating activity. Cash flow from what, ma? For a normal person, this is called as investing activity. For a normal person, this is called as what, ma? Investing. Sir, advance received from the customer is an operating activity. Next one. Acquire the assets of a company through issue of what, ma? Equity shares. It is called as financing activity. So cash flow from investing, cash flow from operating, cash flow from financing. Acquire the asset of a company through issue of guys, they are acquiring the asset, ma. In consideration, they are paying the cash, they are issuing the shares, they are issuing the shares. That means, is there any flow of cash? There is no inflow of cash, there is no outflow of the cash. That is the reason none of this. Okay, na very important ma. We have purchased the asset and we are paying in the form of issue of shares. Is there any involvement of cash here? No, there is no involvement of cash. That is called as what, ma? Issue of shares other than consideration of cash is called as, there is no flow here. Next one, A Limited paid an advance tax amounts to how much, ma? 3,65,000, out of which 15,000 related to short term capital gain and sale of securities. How will A Limited report the payment of payment of advance tax? Advance tax payment is an operating activity. Is an operating activity. Taxes payment is an operating activity. Cash flow from operating activity is equal to how much? 550 negative. Cash flow from investing activity is equal to how much, ma? 1250 negative. And cash flow from financing activity is equal to how much, ma? 1750. If you add up all the things, 550 negative, 1250 negative, and what is the positive amount, ma? 1750. That is equal to how much, ma? 50 negative or what, ma? Decrease in the cash or increase in the cash? Decrease in the cash. The method of presentation of net cash provided by an operating activity that starts with the net income and adjust the item of attached to the report of, sir, nothing but the method for presenting the net cash provided by an operating activity which start with the net income. What is the meaning of net income, ma? Net income means nothing but net profit. We are starting with the net profit, means that is which method? Direct or indirect method? Indirect method. Only we are considering the incomes and we are reducing the expenses, means that is called as what, ma? Direct method. Guys are understanding my point. So here they will use the terminology, ma? Net income means nothing but net profit. So next one, X Limited purchased a machinery of rupees how much, ma? 10 lakhs, issuing of check of rupees how much? 2,50,000 and 10% debentures of rupees how much, ma? 7,50,000. So 10 lakhs satisfied or not satisfied? Yes, for the 10 lakhs they are paying in the form of 2,50,000 in terms of cash and they are issuing what, ma? Debentures in terms of 7,50,000. In the cash flow statement, the transaction will be shown as what, ma? Outflow of investing activity of rupees how much, ma? 2,50,000. Because purchase of machinery means which activity? Investing or financing? Investing. Only we will consider 2,50,000 or issue of debentures also we will consider. Only we will consider what, ma? 2,50,000 only involvement of cash. So next one, ma? From the following information presented by the P Limited, ascertain the NRV. Very important. Ascertain what, ma? NRV. Sir, there is a cost price of certain stock amounts to how much, ma? 60. Cost value is equal to 60. Okay. Being obsolescent, it was used for production purpose after incurring how much, ma? 10,000. This is called as replacement value. Nothing but this is called as extra value. After the modification, so 10,000 is an extra cost. The same would be used as a raw material for the existing product. The purchase price of that same amounts to how much, ma? 40,000. So nothing but if you exchange, the value is equal to how much? Market value is equal to 40,000. Sir, here NRV means not the 40,000, ma. We have to reduce this exchange value also. We have to reduce this exchange value. 40,000 minus 10,000 is called as NRV. And what is the cost price, ma? 60,000. Whichever is lower means how much, ma? 30,000. So they are asking us to NRV value or cost value or NRV. How we are going to get the NRV value, ma? Total purchase price, nothing but market value minus what, ma? Replacement value. Guys are understanding my point? 30,000. N number of times they are asking these type of questions in the examination. Next one. Which of the following items should be subtracted from the net income by using what, ma? Indirect method. Okay, ma, indirect method. Are you understand the indirect method, ma? Indirect method means we will take the net profit. We will start with what, ma? Net profit. Okay, from the net profit, if it is any non-cash expenditure is there, means what we are going to do? Add. Why we are going to add back, ma? Because that is an expenses already you have reduced. That is the reason you are going to add back. Okay, miss. Ma, depreciation, we have to add or we have to less add. But they are asking about what, ma? Subtract amount or addable amount? Subtract amount. Okay, repayment of bond payable. Repayment of bond payable. What is the meaning of this one? We are going to repay the loan. Okay, now which activity, ma? Finance activity or which activity? Finance. Nothing but finance. Sir, this repayment of bond payable will be there in the PN account or will not be there? Will not be there. PN account will not be there. It will be reducing from what ma balance sheet. Cash will be reduces and that respective liability also will be reduces. So that is the reason we should not do anything. We should not do anything. Come to this side ma. Loss on sale of equipment. Loss on sale of equipment will be available at which side ma? Debit side. Already we have done what ma? Minus. Sir, can you say this one? Loss on sale of equipment, whether it belongs to operating activity? No. What ma? Investing activity. So investing activity things we should consider or we should not consider? We should not consider. For sir, we are starting with what ma? Net profit for in order to find out the operating activity income or which income? Operating activity. That is the reason this is not an operating activity. We have to do what ma? Add. We have to do what ma? Add, because reduce the previously we have to do the add back. Next, come into this side ma. The gain on sale of land. Gain on sale of land will be recorded which side? Credit side. Already you have added. Already you have added. Once again, this is investing activity or financing activity? Investing activity. But we are, what is our target to find out ma? Operating activity. You have added now. What you need to do? Minus. That is the reason we are going to reduce only this one. Gain on sale of land. Guys are understanding my point. Next one. Which of the following would be considered as what ma? Cash flow item for financing activity. A cash outflow to the government for taxes. Ma, payment of taxes is an operating activity. Sir, a cash outflow for repurchase the farm own common stock. Own common stock. Repurchase of farm's own common stock. Okay, keep it aside, we can discuss. Next one, what ma? A cash flow to the lender as an interest. Cash flow to the lender as an interest means what ma? Financing activity. We have taken a loan and we are paying what ma? Interest. A cash flow from purchase of bonds issued by the another company. Nothing but it is also a financing activity. So what they are saying ma? Consider the cash flow item forming part of what ma? Financing. So here the options are wrong, I think so. Okay na? Leave it aside. Next one. The method of presenting the net cash provided by the operating activity that start with the net income adjustments. What is the meaning of net income adjustment? Net income means nothing but net profit. Okay na? For items that affecting the reports to the net income, but that did not affect what ma? Cash as a result to what ma? Direct or indirect. We are starting from which method? We are starting from the net profit means which method we are following? Indirect method. Under which activities cash paid for the preference stock? Ma, preference stock dividend means on the preference share we are paying the cash. That is called as preference stock dividend. Preference stock dividend. That means financing or investing financing activity. So that is the reason they are saying here also this one is a financing activity, but these two are also forming part of financing activity. Sir, the cash outflow means you are paying. Here also cash outflow means you are paying. Both are forming part of what? Financing. The three options are correct. Okay na? Next one. Which of the following would not consider as what ma? Cash flow from operating. Would not consider. Payment to inventories, collection from customers and tax payments. So payment to debt principal. What is the meaning of this one? Payment to debt principal means it is a financing or investing financing. Under which of the following a business must generate the positive net? So what must be the positive ma? Operating activity must be the positive, then only the business is running in a clear manner. Next, depreciation is add back to the profit when arriving at what ma? Cash flow from operating activity. So it is called as depreciation of non-cash. Depreciation does not affect no, we have to add back or we have to reduce we have to add back. Next one. Which of the following would not presented in the cash outflows from the business? Which of the following could not represent cash outflows? Ma, purchase of building means it is called as what ma? Cash outflows or inflows? Cash outflow. If you purchase the building, we need to pay the cash. Ma, retirement of a long-term debt. What is the meaning of retirement of long-term debt? Premature payment. Premature payment. Again, it is a outflow. So payment of cash for the dividend. Again, it is a payment. Sale of the cash. A sale of a land, it is called as inflows or outflows, ma? Inflows. Which activity? Investing activity. The statement of cash flow does not include what, ma? Inflows and outflows for which the following activity is called as what, ma? Revenue activities. Next one, sale of copyright, concern with the cash flow from. Sale of copyright means what, ma? Investment you are selling, that is the reason. Which activity, ma? Investment activity. Guys are understanding, ma? So this is the total picture about what, ma? Cash flow statement. So next, coming to the which one, ma? Banking, insurance and electricity. Till now we have discussed, ma? Let us see the MCQs. Objective of the bank's bookkeeping system. So why we need to keep the bookkeeping means to keep the up-to-date details, to balance the trial balance, to keep all the controls. Yes or no? Why we need to maintain the books of account, they're asking. So we can see. So you can refer this one, ma, if you want, because we already discussed the a number of times. You can refer. Sir, now we are going to see the MCQs in terms of what, ma? Accounting standards, and we are going to solve certain questions also. Okay, now give me half an hour, we can complete the discussion. Okay, in AS1, representing what, ma? Financial statements applies to, ma? In the AS1, consolidated financial statements we will discuss, and separate financial day statements also we will discuss. So both are only one, ma? Both. Which of the following is not a part of long-term benefits? Sir, long-term benefits means not a forming part of long-term means what, ma? Retirement benefit. Which benefit, ma? Retirement benefit. In AS2, inventory does not apply on, ma? Inventories, biological assets. For the biological assets, nothing but PPE like that, those are applicable. So inventory is not forming part of what, ma? Biological assets. And financial instruments, there are separate standard for both of these. That is an applicable or not applicable? Not applicable. Which of the following is a definite contribution plan? Means all the plans are called as what, ma? Definite contribution plan. Sir, ordinary shares are is equal to how much, ma? 1 lakh of how many rupees, ma? 1 each. And 10% preference shares of how much, ma? 2 lakh of 1 each. So this is called as profit after tax is equal to how much, ma? 10 lakhs. Okay, now how to calculate the earnings available to equity shareholders, you know, na? So how to calculate the earning available to equity shareholders, ma? Simple, we can discuss. Wait a second. So very important, ma, this standard. What is the formula for the EPS, ma? Basic EPS. Earnings available to equity shareholders divided by what, ma? Weighted average number of equity shares. We used to call it as normally what, ma? Veins. Okay, earnings available to equity shareholders. How we can calculate, ma? Means total income minus total expenses including the interest on debentures. This is called as profit before tax. After reducing the taxes, we used to call it as what, ma? Profit after tax. Okay, now guys, from this profit after tax, we have to reduce what? Preference dividend. Then only we are going to get what, ma? Earnings available to equity shareholders. Now the same thing they are asking a different, ma? The same thing what they have given, ma? PAT they have given. From the PAT means what? After taxes or before taxes? After taxes, we have to reduce what, ma? We have to reduce the preference dividend. Can you tell me how much is the amount of preference dividend, ma? 10% on 2 lakhs. So that is equal to how much, ma? 20,000. So that is equal to how much? 10 lakhs minus 20,000. That is equal to 9,80,000 is called as what, ma? Earnings available to equity shareholders. They are asking us to calculate what, ma? EPS. How many number of equity shares are there? 1 lakh. So 9,80,000 divided by 1 lakh. That is equal to how much, ma? 9.8. Guys are understanding my point, ma? Next one. The expected selling value of a stock is equal to how much? 20 lakhs. Commission is equal to how much, ma? 10% on the sales is payable to the agent. Can you tell me the NRV? NRV means selling price minus cost of the sales. What is the NRV formula, ma? Selling price minus cost. What is the selling price, ma? 20 lakhs. What is the cost of sales, ma? 10%. So 20 lakhs minus 20%, 10% on 20 lakhs is equal to how much? 2 lakhs. So what is the value ma? 18 lakhs is called as NRV. Previously we have seen NRV means market value minus cost of sales. Market value minus what ma? Cost. Sir, the method for presentation of net cash provided by the operating activity will be start with net income. Net income means what ma? Direct method or indirect method? Indirect method. So given a salary expenses is equal to how much ma? 40,000. Outstanding at the beginning is equal to how much? 5,000. Outstanding at the end of is equal to how much ma? 10,000. Cash flow from the salary is equal to how much? Cash flow from the salary is equal to how much ma? 40,000 is the current year salaries you have paid. Ma, previous year outstanding salaries you are going to pay in the current year. That means what ma? Plus 5,000 minus 10,000. That is equal to how much? 35,000. So which of the following is outside the scope of AS1? Outside the scope of AS1 means nothing but in AS1 means these all the items are what ma? Outside the scope of AS1. Which of the following is including the cost of inventory of AS2? Sir, including means included in cost means only what ma? Freight. Duties are will be included, will not be included, will not be included. Rebates and duty drawbacks will not be included. So next one, a very important of this one ma. Now we are going to see. So Y Limited supplied the following information. Net profit is equal to how much? 10 lakhs. Of which year ma? 21-22. Net profit of 22-23 is equal to how much ma? 15 lakhs. Okay. Net profit. Next ma. The number of shares prior to right issue how much ma? 5 lakhs. Okay. Next one. The terms of right issue. One new share for every 4 shares held. Can you tell me the right shares ma? Right shares is equal to 5 lakhs into 1 by 4, that is equal to how much? 1,25,000. 1,25,000. What is the share price ma? Right issue price is equal to 20 rupees. And what is the market value? 25. Can you tell me post right issue, nothing but X right price? Can you tell me the X right price ma? How to calculate the X right price? X right price simple ma. What are the existing shares ma? 5 lakhs. We have to see the total value of equity share capital. Okay, 5 lakhs into 25 plus what is the extra shares you have issued ma? 1,25,000 into 20. You are going to get the total paid up share capital divided by how many total number of shares after the right issue ma? 5 lakh plus 1,25,000, that is equal to how much? 6,25,000. So into 100, what is the amount of shares you what is the value you have got? This 24 is called as X right price. What is they are asking ma? Compute the right factor. Right factor means, so 25 divided by 24, how much ma? 1.04. Right factor means like that we need to calculate. Guys are understanding ma? MCQ PDF I am going to provide you ma, no problem. Sir, dash is the price that would be received to sell the asset or paid to transfer of liability in an ordinary transaction between the market participant at the measurement date. Nothing but which value, at which value we have to sell ma? Normally fair value. Next, which of the following is included in the cost of inventory under section what ma? Ind AS 2 are already repeated MCQ ma? Freight inward. Events occurring after the reporting date means, okay na, those events that are occur between what ma? Events occurring after the balance sheet date means what is happening from the after the balance sheet date to till the report must be accepted. That is the point ma? Reporting date to the approval date. So how many types of employee benefits means, remember ma, 4 types of employee benefits are available as per AS 19. So next one, the objective of Ind AS 1 represent what ma? All the above. Objective is all the. Sir, here AS1 is apply on, Ind AS 1 is apply on preparation presentation of general purpose financial statements. Okay na, general purpose financial statements, it is also very important. In the Ind AS 1 we are having the 2 MCQs. What is the first one ma? Consolidated and other financial statements for general purpose, for specific purpose. For general purpose only we have to follow which one? Ind AS 1. For specific purpose we have to follow other standards. Guys are understanding my, what is the meaning of general purpose ma? Those financial statements can be utilized by any persons is called as general purpose financial statements. Ind AS 1 presenting the financial statements applies on what? Consolidated and separation of financial statements also acceptable or not acceptable? Acceptable, but only for general purpose, not for the specific purpose. Ind AS 2, same repeated question ma, both. Next one, the cost of inventory does not include what ma? Finance cost. Will be included or will not be included? Will not be. Which of the following costs are not excluded from the cost of inventory? Not excluded, but that means what ma? Included. Which one is included? Fried inward. From the beginning onwards we are saying. Which of the following is an employee benefit means what ma? All are employee. Short term, long term and termination. Which is not a long term means retirement. Which is not a long term means what ma? Retirement. Which of the following is not a part of other than long term means what ma? Retirement benefits is a short term. Next one, short term employee benefit includes wages, employee contribution, etc. Define contribution plan, all the above. So when coming to the cost of purchase, when coming to what ma? We should not include the penalties. Okay, add back all these amounts ma. 2,57,000, 44,000 and 17,250. That is equal to amount how much ma? 3,18,250. And abnormal cost also we should not consider. 87,000 and 7,000. That is equal to how much ma? 94,000. So these are the MCQs about the standards. Ma, we have discussed MCQs of first chapter and MCQs of banking, those we have to practice ma, because in the sums we have solved. So that is the thing up to now, right now we are discussing. And next we are targeting about what ma? Some of the accounting standards. And cash flow, you can see the, if you want the remaining concepts you can watch my marathon which was available there. Okay ma, for remaining concepts you can watch there itself. So accounting standards and chapter 1 you can watch there. So schedule 3 there is a separate video. So full-fledged MCQs we have completed here. From these MCQs only we are going to get a upcoming attempt. Okay na guys, so thank you, have a nice day. Okay, and if you want anything you can personally DM me in Telegram or Instagram, whatever it is I am going to available. Due to the unwillingness I am not going to discuss. Okay na, if you want you can clearly watch and keep the 2x speed. Whatever the marathon which was uploaded, keep in which ma 2x speed, you can able to understand. Okay guys, thank you, have a nice day. All the best for your examination.